Morning Joe boy, I did offer him my hand.
Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. Enzo here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I came up with a concept for a new type of video I wanted to try out a couple weeks ago when I was working on an intro for a video that Walsh is editing, our latest adventure video. And I thought, you know what, we might be able to do something more like this intro that I've made as a regular video. So that's what we're trying today. This is called Tuesday Traditionals. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to talk about a traditional knife, whether it's a slip joint or a lockback or whatever, just a knife that has a traditional history to it. And we're going to pair that with a traditional song. I like to play music. Y'all may have noticed I like to use my own guitar playing as backing tracks sometimes. And it's something that I wanted to talk about more because my two main interests are music and knives, and that's pretty much it. So, you know, the most important thing that y'all can do for me, let me know in the comments. If you like this, please tell me. If you like it, I'll keep it going. If you hate it, I'll stop. It's that simple because we just want to, you know, do whatever you guys are digging. Obviously, we're always going to mod because we love modding knives. But if you guys dig some of this different stuff, we'd love to hear it. Or if you hate it, we'd love to hear that. We'll cut it out. But yeah, so let me dive into it, guys. The knife we are talking about today is the GEC number 97 pattern. This is the Allegheny. I always want to say Allegheny. I never learned how to pronounce Allegheny, but I think that's right. So this is a beautiful Coke bottle pattern knife. Very large knife. I want to say that the blade length on this comes out to over 3.5 inches. I'm fairly sure. I could be wrong about that. But as you can see, it has that classic Coke bottle shape. Very referential of vintage Coke bottle hunting knives, old Coke bottle folding hunters. And in this particular trim, this is a Northfield trim, and it has the yellow rose of Texas insignia and design, or not design, I shouldn't say, but the insignia and the variation of the yellow rose of Texas on there. We see here the rose shield. You can't barely see it anymore on the blade, but there is an etching on the blade that says yellow rose of Texas. Now I'm going to get this in some daylight because, as you've probably noticed, this has some pretty amazing patina on it now. At least I think it. I think it's nice. Y'all may not like patina, but I love patina. Depends though. You know what's funny is I found on high polished blades like this one came with that patina performs, or patina appears much nicer on high polished blades than it does on brushed blades. So I've been really pleased with it. So I'll get this in some daylight. We'll see some B-roll shots here. You guys can see just how beautiful that patina turned out. As far as the history of this knife, I've been struggling to find a lot of information on it. I mean, I know Coke bottle hunters were a popular style of knife, you know, back in the day when slip joints were the mainstay of the knife world. And this really is a callback to that. Also, you'll notice it has a double pull, meaning we've got a nail nick here at the front of the knife and a long pull in the back of the knife. Personally, when I first saw that, it kind of turned me off. I wasn't a big fan of the appearance of the blade. But as it grew on me, and as I saw that this knife was staying in stock, which never happened with GEC, I was like, you know what, I got to get one. I don't have a Northfield in the collection, and this seems like a good opportunity. So I went for it, and in person, I like it more than I thought I would. And now knowing too that is a intentional design callback to the knives of yesterday, I think that is a more appreciated touch. I'm really starting to dig it. But yeah, it's just a beautiful knife. Now, my personal story behind getting this, my sister, she moved to Texas, probably about 3 years ago, I think. It was a while ago, and I was I'll be honest, we were very close, and I was pretty torn up about it because, you know, we talk to each other every day, and we hang out as much as possible. So I was a little bummed out. So I wanted to kind of get something to raise my spirits, and also as a kind of a memento of her moving away to Texas. And Yellow Rose of Texas was still in stock, so I jumped on it. And so every time I carry this knife, I think of her. When she's in town visiting, I carry this knife as well, just kind of to bring a little bit of joy, you know. And I have yet to be able to take it to Texas just because I don't want to put this thing in my check bag on an airplane. I would hate it if I lost this thing. You can't get them now, of course. Y'all know how GEC are, the supply and demand and all that crap. I'm sure they'll make another run of these at some point, but right now you can't get the number 97 Yellow Rose of Texas on retailers' websites. So anyway, yeah, beautiful knife. We have a yellow dyed cattle bone for the covers, if I haven't said that already. As you can see here, we have beautiful, like large, tall bolsters. I think they look really nice. And yeah, I think that's about it. We've got end caps as well, brass liners, and you know, this being a GEC, there's no gaps. Very beautiful design. And let's check the play. I don't think, yeah, no play on this one. And it's oddly enough, few of my GECs now have play. My my Northwoods has play. My big old Pioneer Trapper, it's got play in both blades now. So, you know, play apparently, nothing is gonna beat play. Play is inevitable, it seems, and even my sturdy GECs are now getting play. Anyway, aside from that, who cares? It's a knife. Use it. You know, don't worry about it. But yeah, so that's the knife, guys. So let's talk about the song that we were going to play today. This song is an old song, as all traditionals are. It's called Diamond Joe. The reason I'm playing it in conjunction with this knife is that Diamond Joe is a song about a Texan rancher who just really treats his workers like garbage. And basically, the story of the song is this one worker warning his friends, don't go work for Diamond Joe, because he's bad news. You're not going to save up any money working for that guy, and he's going to run you into the ground. And the song it's very unclear on the origin. Now, there was one fellow, Butch Hawes, who claimed to be the one who wrote the song in the 40s. I can attest to that. I've heard it performed in a blues style, and I've heard it performed in a western style, which the style I'm going to play in is going to be definitely more of a western variety. If you want to check out some versions of Diamond Joe, number one I'd suggest would be Charlie Crockett's version. You can look that up on YouTube, get the live one. It's fantastic, it's beautiful, it's in the blues style. And the other one would be Coulter Wall's version. And I don't know who's singing on it with him. There's a guy that sings harmony on there with him. He's got a wonderful voice. I don't know his name unfortunately. But check out those two versions. Also, there's some other classic versions you can probably dig up on YouTube. But yeah, it's a great song with a great story. Definitely a cowboy traditional. Now, if we keep this going, you'll see I'll do some Appalachian folk songs as well. Being from Tennessee, I very much love the Appalachian folk music. But this song in particular, with it being the Yellow Rose of Texas, we had to do a Texas song, guys. So without further ado, guys, let's dive into it. Diamond Joe.
There's a man you'll hear about most everywhere you go. And his holdings are in Texas. And his name is Diamond Joe. And he carries all his money in a diamond-studded jar, and he never was much bothered by the process of the law. Well, I hired out to Diamond Joe, boy. I did offer him my hand. And he gave me a string of horses so old they could not stand. I'd like to starve to death, boy. He did mistreat me so. I never saved a dollar in the pay of Diamond Joe. Now his bread was all corn dodger, and his meat I couldn't chop. damn near drove me distracted with the wagging of his jaw. And in the telling of his story, well, I mean to let you know that there never was a rounder could lie like Diamond Joe. Well, I tried 2 times to quit him, boy, but he did argue so that I'm still punching cattle in the pay of Diamond Joe. And when I'm called up yonder and it's my time to go, give my blankets to my buddy, give the fleece to Diamond Joe. Give my blankets to my buddy, give the fleece to Diamond Joe.